So you've probably clicked on this video to see if you can get a great quality sounding microphone for a fantastic price. Spoiler alert, absolutely you can. So as you can see, this is the FIFINE K688 CT, and it's a kit. It comes with a boom arm and it comes with a microphone. And FIFINE reached out to me, huge credit by the way, reaching out to a channel with like 34 subscribers and asked if I would like to take a look at this new microphone. So big props to them, because that is very generous. So they didn't tell me what to say, nothing at all. As you know, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. You're going to get my view on this either way, but it's really good. So let's check it out. So here's the box you get. Like I said, you do get everything with it. If you do want to pick one up after, there is a Amazon affiliate link down below if you want to check that out. But let's get on with the interesting stuff and just talk about the quality of this microphone. Now, what makes this so impressive is, one, it has dual connections, which means you can run this on USB, USB-C, or XLR. Now, why is that important? Well, if you want to just plug it into any device, laptop, walk around, go somewhere with it, anything you want, then there's a USB port. Plug it straight in and it works. We have a little capacitive touch button on. That's a mute button. Fantastic. But don't forget that only works in USB mode because it's powered. Don't forget that. So if you want to just grab a microphone and use it straight away, use the included USB cable, by the way. And it's not just a USB cable. It's around 2 meters long. It's huge. And it has the dual end of USB-A and USB-C, where you just got an adapter. Fantastic. What a great inclusion that is to be in the box. I love that. So bravo. Now, talking about the microphone here, out of the box, it sounds pretty shallow, pretty empty. I'll play a clip now, so let me cut to the audio without any processing whatsoever. So here you go. This is what it sounds like with no processing, no EQing, which again, you wouldn't be using any microphone like this, let alone this one. You wouldn't do this. Any microphone needs EQing to your voice because you all have your different pitches, different styles, so you need to be EQing your microphone in some way, whether you do that before it hits your PC or you do it on the edit. So this is what it sounds like out of the box, nothing at all adjusted. And then here we go back to some small EQing. So as you can hear, much better, and it takes 5 seconds to make these changes. Now, so this is the USB mode, which is great, really cool. However, the power of this microphone is the fact that you do have the XLR port on the bottom as well. So you can do XLR and USB. Now, if you're going to use XLR, it does mean you need to buy some sort of audio interface to plug it into to connect to your PC. So don't forget that, but you do need more equipment to plug that in. But it gives you a really nice upgrade path. And as you can hear, it sounds great anyway. So what I'll do, I'll switch over to the XLR mode in a moment so you can hear what that sounds like. So I have several microphones. I'm talking about 10. I'm a huge microphone nerd. Not technical. Am I a professional? Absolutely not. I'm just someone who's used lots of microphones. Now I have here, you can see, this is the Shure SM7B, which I'm sure you would like to hear the comparison, which I'll show you in a second. Now don't forget, the Shure SM7B is £400 and this retails at around £70. Insane prices. Again, that's just at the moment on Amazon. Don't quote me on the price. It's around that kind of price. I'll leave a link below so you can check it out yourself. Now, before we do some more comparisons, I'll give you some negatives and some positives. Just get the negative out of the way. The boom arm it comes with, look, if you just need one to get started, it does the job. But when you're moving it a bit and moving around, it's very flimsy. It does sort of slip off of the table a little bit. It's not very strong, and it's a bit short. It's not very long. So boom arm, not great. But again, it's doing its job now. It's holding up the microphone, and if I didn't touch it, it would be totally fine. So if you're just going to leave it there and not touch the microphone much, it's doing the job, so it's no problem. The other negative is, don't really have one. I've got not much else. So let's talk about the positives. That's easy, wasn't it? So the positives. Okay, so one, you can hear. I think it sounds fantastic. Not just for a cheap microphone. It sounds good anyway, I think. I like the sound of this. I think it sounds decent. The other thing that people tend to overlook on microphones is the visuals. I think this looks fantastic. It looks nice on camera. I'm happy to have this on camera. And that is a big thing that a lot of people overlook. Some microphones just look ugly and you don't want to have it sticking in front of your mouth the whole video. But I think you agree. It looks fantastic. I haven't routed the cables particularly well. I've just wedged them around there. But the actual microphone itself, fantastic. It's even got a little shock absorber here. It's a shock mount. So it reduces some of the sound going into the microphone, which is all included. Amazing. Now the other thing, now I'm sorry for your ears here, the windshield. So that's the windshield, right? And it feels so nice. Oh my God. Obviously, if you're going to get some plosives now, because that's what that's doing, it feels like a 1985 sofa. You know, like that velour sofa that you had at your nan's house. That's what it feels like. It's beautiful. I love touching it, which is bad. Don't touch it when you're using it. But there you go. But these are replaceable. You can just buy different colours of these and stuff. You know, easily to do. And not much smell. That's okay. Let's pop that back on. And look how easy that is to put on, by the way. Fantastic. So anyway, so that's really great. Just got to touch it. So let's switch over to the XLR mode. Now, the only XLR I've got here is my Shure SM7B. So it is a little bit unfair, but I'm just going to unplug my Shure SM7B and plug this into the same, but obviously it's got the same settings. So this would not be how you would use it, but I just want you to hear that you can just plug it in and replace the Shure SM7B if you really want to. So I'll give you both, and then you can take a listen for yourself. So let's do that. So what do we think? Do you like the sound of this? Because this is the Shure SM7B, right? Everybody loves this microphone. Not really. It's the FIFINE. There you go. Hi. This is using the same cable that I had the Shure SM7B plugged into. It's even got the Shure SM7B's settings. I've got a DBX box here. I'll put a picture up on screen. I've got this is the 286S, and it goes into a Focusrite 2i2. And this is what I use for all my Shure SM7B work that I do on the channel normally. But this is just plugged directly into it. Again, not fair, because this isn't tuned for this microphone. This is tuned for the SM7B. But I just wanted you to hear that you can have great quality sound. So let me just switch to the SM7B for real this time. And you can hear, you know, obviously it's 4 or 5 times the price, so it should sound richer. But let's just jump over and you can hear the comparison yourself. Okay, we're back. So this really is the Shure SM7B for comparison. Let me know what you think. Does this sound drastically different to the FIFINE? I don't think it does, really. Obviously, it's a very dark microphone, the Shure, so it will sound boomier and darker anyway, naturally, whereas the FIFINE is a lot lighter. But there you go. So that's just a comparison, so you can hear the difference. So let's jump back to the FIFINE and finish off this video. So what are my thoughts on this? It's so tempting to say, for the price, it's really good, but that's unfair, because I think it's just really good anyway, and it just happens to be insanely great value. Ridiculous. Go check out the link below. Like I said, prices change all the time, so I don't want to say specific prices all the time. But around the £70 mark for the whole kit, amazing. If you've already got a boom arm or a stand, then just pick up the microphone, even cheaper. Well worth it. And I don't think anyone will be disappointed, but just don't forget, you do have to do a little bit of work, the same as any microphone. Got to stress that. There's no processing on the microphone. You do have to do it externally. So I just do that in DaVinci Resolve. I put up a couple of sliders just to make it a little bit richer, and I set that as a preset. And then when I do my audio, I just hit the preset, and that is what you get. So, yeah. So again, thank you to FIFINE for sending me this. That's super generous, and I love it. And again, like I said, these are my honest views. They've given me no prompting of what to say at all, and I'll always be honest with you. So there you go. This is the FIFINE microphone. Go and check it out. It's in the description, and let me know what you think. Bravo, FIFINE. Good job.